How do you deal when your family criticizes your spouse or your partner? You've been criticized and judged, sometimes wrongly.
I think it's figuring out where each party is coming from. Let's say my family criticized you. Why are they criticizing you? Like, what is their intention? Is it a good intention ba? Or is it something that they just want because that's how they do it? I know that your intentions are always going to be good and for the benefit of other people. But if the intent is selfish, then I will have to call them out.
I think if we zoom out from this situation, from that question, it's a matter now of ano yung priority? Your relationship with my family or my relationship with your family? And from our experience, yung nangyari dito, whenever there was an issue that involved extended families, brothers, sisters, moms, Megan and I made the choice to focus on ourselves first. Kasi para sa akin, yun yung pinaka-solid na foundation eh.
Yeah.
Kasi tayo yung magkasama lagi eh. So
Yeah.
we know each other the best. And we have a goal that is the closest to one another. Those kasi around us, our parents, our siblings, they have other goals in their lives. They have
Yeah.
other things they want for themselves. So they might not completely understand, or they might not understand what we want as well as we do.
The fact that we were able to focus on ourselves and our relationship first means that we can give ourselves wholeheartedly to our families. Like, if they needed any kind of help, then we would be there step by step to assist them or assist them in any way that we could, basically.
I think another example here, when there are family obligations, I think the easiest one is going back to family reunions. Ako madami akong ganun.
Yeah.
I have family reunions every Sunday. So twice a month with my mom's family, and then twice on the other Sundays with my dad's family, especially during the first couple of years of our relationship.
Yeah, it was very frequent.
Now when everyone got older, mas naging less
Konti na,
frequent.
yeah.
Once a month na lang. Pero before, that was a talking point for us. Do you remember how we dealt with that?
It was a talking point because Sunday, syempre, is a family day. And that's when all your reunions were. It was an issue for Lauren at a certain point. Lauren is very big on get-togethers and scheduling things. She was like, Ate, when are you gonna have time for us on a Sunday? And that really hit me kasi our family isn't big. Tapos kami-kami lang yung magkakasama. When she says get together, it really is just me, Victor, Lauren, and Mom. And Fofo, syempre. Kasama ka rin dun. And whoever my siblings' partners are or were at that time. It was such a big thing for her kasi minsan lang kami magkasama and we don't really get to see our extended family. So she was like, can we get together please? So parang kinailangan niya pang ischedule yon. Bakit puro family ni Mick lang kasama mo? What about like our family? So parang umabot siya sa ganung point. And even for Christmases, she was like, Ate, paano yung Christmas? Paano yung holidays? How are we going to, separate that? Like, don't forget about us, okay? Lagi siya may ganon. The question now is, how do you separate your time for holidays? Are you obligated to go to these different holiday get-togethers? Or can you say no to them?
I had a very, very different style dealing with my own family, which you're very much aware of.
Yeah.
My family, like clockwork, as I was growing up all the way until I was like 22, 23 years old. Every Sunday, every Christmas, every New Year, every Easter, laging may get-together yan. So we would see each other a lot over the course of a year, and we became very, very close with all the cousins, and 50 cousins on one side, 30 on another. However, when I started working, I made a conscious decision, and it wasn't a very popular choice. I told myself that I was not going to succumb to social pressures anymore if it was going to be detrimental to my work. And this was a very unpopular decision. So this is how it worked. I wanted to focus on my work, and taping was 24/7. 24 hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. That was my taping. And then lilipad ka for regionals on the weekends. So really, literally no time talaga for anything else.
Yeah.
Not just relatives, but anything else. I told myself that I wasn't going to sacrifice my work to go to a reunion anymore.
Or you weren't going to sacrifice your sleep.
For me, sleeping and recovering and being well rested is part of work. Eh. So imagine, after 23 years, the first 4 to 6 years of me working, I went to reunions maybe thrice a year.
Yeah, especially when you were
From doing
taping.
that thrice a month. And that was huge. It was a huge adjustment for everyone. For my cousins, they wouldn't see me anymore and they'd be wondering, hey, what was up with him? Baka he's different or whatever. I'm sure to a certain extent that entered their headspace.
Yeah.
But here's what I was thinking and why I believed that it was okay. Because in the very first year, second year, during the 3 times that I would see them, you would have to catch up during the first 10, 15 minutes. But after 30 minutes of being with my cousins and the people whom I loved, it was like nothing had happened. It was like we were still kids talking, having fun. And para sa akin, I had so much confidence in that bond
Yeah.
that I knew that I could work hard, focus on myself and the work that I wanted. And eventually, when I see them again, kahit matagal na, I knew that it would just take a couple of drinks, coffee, halo-halo,
Yeah.
some high fives, and babalik na yun agad. My mom, my brothers and sisters, titos and titas, cousins, and my friends. My friends from high school, I see them twice a year na lang.
Yeah.
Pero para sa akin, I know that when we start talking, solid to. That
Yeah.
bond is still there.
Yeah.
I had a very clear answer to this. Family gatherings and social pressures. And that was my answer. And it just fit my lifestyle and it fit the kind of relationship I had with them. So that's just something I wanted to share with you guys because I know people go through this problem, this social pressures problem a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But that's one way of dealing with it. It's not the only way. There are many ways that you can do it. But that worked for me.
Going back to mine naman, kasi I know Lauren's personality. She's a type of person that really values time and scheduling. One thing that I wanted to do was respect that. So I would make sure na I would schedule something with Lauren. Like, hey, let's really have one night, like maybe like Christmas or Christmas Eve na tayo lang talaga para we can enjoy each other's company. We have to schedule it kasi grabe din yung mga schedules namin for work and all that other stuff like traveling. That's what works for us. We have to schedule things out. We may not be able to go to all the parties or all the reunions, but we make sure that we go to the most important ones, which is our immediate family.
Can I also just give one more example, a clearer sense of why we were skipping these social gatherings and what benefit that actually had to us? Because even you did that to a certain extent, diba?
Yeah.
Skipping a lot of social gatherings
Skipping
and
like
lunches,
lunches,
and
dinners,
get-togethers.
going out with friends.
Part of our work, as I mentioned a while ago, is being able to rest properly. And if you have a lot of work, let's say Monday to Friday taping, and nasabog ka na physically, like you just really need like 10 hours of sleep straight. But the choice is on a Saturday. Do you have 10 hours of sleep straight? Or do you kind of like get yourself out of bed and go out for a night out with friends just to catch up?
Honestly, for me, there are days when I don't feel like talking to other people. I
Yeah.
don't feel like socializing. And my friends know this now. Like before, they would get mad. Hindi na ba tayo friends? Like, you don't go out with me anymore. I'm just like, girl, I need to sleep. Leave me alone.
With that kind of workload, we both realized that our friendship is not based on how many times we get together or how much chica we have
Yeah.
week to week. Our friendship is based on the fact that I got your back. And even though we don't see each other for a year, when we see each other, dude, sobrang solid pa rin tayo. And that's the kind of friendship I have with my high school barkada. I don't see them a lot, but when I saw them in our wedding or when I
Yeah.
see them when we go to Singapore to visit our friend who lives there, dude, sobrang solid ulit. Even though in between those times we don't see
Hindi
each
kayo
other.
nagkikita, di kayo
kami
nag-uusap.
nag-uusap. Wala kaming group chat. We have a Facebook Messenger group chat, but barely anybody talks there.
So you have a group chat with your barkada. You just don't check it, Popo. Popo is not my group chat, guys. Just so you know. He's not.
But they barely chat also. But
Your face
even-
is red. You're guilty.
Yeah, they barely chat na nga. Ako mas wala pa.
Oo, hindi siya ma-text din kasi.
So quick recap before we move on to the next issue. When it comes to social gatherings and social pressures, like I said, I have so much confidence in the relationship that I have with these people whom I
Yes.
love that even though I don't see them for extended periods, I know we're still going to be okay. And I know that I need to focus on myself. I need to grow as a person on my own. And that's a priority for me as well. So I think that was my basic mindset dealing with this issue.
Same, and I think there's value in taking time for yourself, but importante din na magkita-kita kayo ng pamilya mo because seeing them is also very important. I don't think we should take that away from people because they might think now we don't really go to these gatherings at all. We're just that confident with ourselves. But no, we really love going to family gatherings. We love social gatherings. We love seeing family. It's just that we don't go to them all the time because we take time to ourselves as well.